Welcome to the Fight Night Daily Podcast. We are in Ipswich. Portman Road is the venue. Saturday night, Fabio Wardley goes in against Justice Hooney for the WBA interim title. Now, guys, I'm joined by Michael Ofo. Michael, you are Team Wardley, Team Dillian Whyte. I mean, explain your position in there and what are we looking forward to on Saturday?
Yeah, so I run SOS Management, which is a management company. We also have Platform Smart, which is our promotional outfit. Yeah, we're fully behind Fabio Wardley come Saturday night. Expect to see an explosive fight and honestly looking forward, and I believe that Fabio is going to stop him.
Before we get into the Fabio Wardley fight, and we'll break that down a little bit in a moment, now a certain Dillian Whyte was going to be on the undercard.
Yeah.
He's now not on the undercard, and it's a little bit unclear on why he's not on the undercard. Was it a case of you couldn't get the opponent? I mean, explain to us.
Yeah, so at the moment we're in talks for something very big for Dillian. We were struggling with opponents naturally because of his name, and guys don't really want to fight Dillian. So yeah, we're hoping in the next few weeks that we have a really exciting announcement for Dillian Whyte.
I think I might have a little idea about that, but anyway, we'll leave that for you to announce. But where is he sat right now with Dillian? Like, look, he's 37 years of age. He's at that stage of his career. You obviously want the big names as opposed to the tick-over fights. He's been a little inactive in recent times. Explain to us, what the roadmap is for him. Like, you want the big fights right now?
Yeah, and that's the instruction from Dillian as well.
Okay.
He wants all the big fights. As we know throughout his career, he's not been scared to fight anybody, but he wants the biggest fights that can be made for him. I think this time off has also lit a fire in him. I've just been in camp with him for the past 3-4 weeks and watching him train, and honestly, the efforts that he's been putting on and putting in just brings me back to when we was in, Povetkin times, Oscar Rivas times. So I'm really expecting to see an exciting version of Dillian when he's next out.
Well, guys, watch this space because announcement forthcoming very, very soon with Dillian Whyte. But let's get on to Fabio Wardley now. WBA interim title on the line against Justice Hooney. How did the fight come around? He's a dangerous guy, Hooney, with a great, extensive amateur pedigree, but maybe a little unproven as a professional, whereas Fabio's done it the right way, the hard way.
Yeah, Fabio had the choice to, just to pick a random opponent and just get through it. But Fabio wanted to test himself, and there was other names brought, and Justin Hooney was the top of the pile and probably the most dangerous fight. He believes, and we believe, that you have to get through Justice Hooney if you want to go on and achieve the accolades that's in front of him. So we're excited for this one.
We're talking about, like apprenticeships in boxing, and with Fabio Wardley not having that extensive amateur background, only 4 actually white-collar fights, but the way that he's progressed, the way that he's developed as a professional has made him one of the most exciting, dangerous heavyweights out there right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk about Fabio Wardley and where he's sat right now. WBA number 1 right now. He comes through against Hooney, which I expected to do on Saturday night. And people are saying, is it time? Can you let him go onto that world stage, that next level? Personally, I think it is time.
Yep.
Where are you guys at?
Yep, 100%. It's now the time. Whoever's available, whoever's ready, Fabio and the team, we fear no heavyweight, and we want them all. We want all the big names. Now is the time, in this next phase, is to go out there and get the biggest championship fights where they're going to be exciting 50-50 fights.
Come on in, Michael. Give us a little teaser here, right? So, like a little 12-month roadmap, if you like, right? You go like. He comes through on Saturday night, right, and he puts in a great performance. He's WBA interim world champion. We know the Undisputed's going on. We don't know what's happening with the titles and whether they fragment after that. And, opportunities will arise in the landscape of heavyweight boxing. We're in a golden era of heavyweight boxing right now. Fabio puts his name right in the mix. Where would the first choices be, in the fantasy world for you guys? What route would you like to take?
It's a very hard question, but again, I think we're open in the next 12 months to somebody like a Daniel Dubois. We're open to massive fights, like Daniel. So yeah. I think that would be a beautiful fight for us. But there's so many names out there. There's the AJs, there's the Daniel Dubois, there's the Herdoviches. We're open to all of the names.
Yeah,
whoever is available, we're not running or scared to face anybody. We're one of the easiest teams to work with. If you are a top heavyweight, top 5 heavyweights, you are a champion, and you are available, we will fight you.
There you go. You heard it there first. But first of all, obviously, Portman Road, Saturday night. Justice Hooney's the guy that's standing in that way. Yeah. And what are we expecting there? What sort of crowd are we expecting there?
Listen, I think they say the Blue Army. So it's going to be, this is something that is novel to them, having such a big boxing event. So they're going to be going crazy, you know. Yeah. I think some of the guys have started drinking already, so it's going to be rocking and rolling, and it's going to be a party of atmosphere.
Listen, have we got any chance at a certain Ed Sheeran turning up there? I mean, I know he likes to rock up in certain places. Big Ipswich fan as well.
Oh yeah, he needs to fly in. Listen, Ed's been behind Fabio and supporting, and we know he's a big fan of Ipswich. So you know, it's going to be very busy. It's going to be exciting. You know, this is not a fight that you want to miss. They're both gentlemen, but I think we're going to see a very cruel side of both of them come Saturday night.
Brilliant, Michael, as always, mate. Thank you so much, my friend.
God bless.
Look forward to Saturday night.
Bless.
Guys, the gifts keep coming. We've got Cruiserweight Aloys Junior, fresh off your win over David Jameson. Aloys, how are you, my friend?
I'm well, man. Just coming back from holiday, relaxing, and I'm going to get back to work next week. I can't wait for it.
Listen, mate, you look in great shape still. You haven't put in any weight out there?
Nah, man. Nah, just had a couple cookies, you know. I had a couple pizzas and whatnot, but I'm still in it.
Come and talk to us about your performance. Last week was up there in Scotland. Great performance there. You went in a fight many considered maybe, you know, this is strongest test, toughest test of your career, and you've done the job, man.
Look, at the end of the day, people can say what they want. They can say, oh, this person's going to be world level, this person's going to be strong, and etc. But at the end of the day, I know my pedigree. I know what I bring to the table. I bring power and I bring IQ, and my IQ is very underrated. And as time goes on, you just see more of it.
Do you know what? I saw an interview actually the other day with Frank Warren saying Aloys Junior, Vidal Riley, bring him on now. Let's do that. We're ready for that sort of level. That's where we need to go. You feel like that's a step too far, or you feel like you're ready for that now?
I could never be a step too far. Like,
wow.
I know what he specializes in. Like, I've already watched him. I know it, and I'm gonna watch him some more. So I have no doubt in like my ability. I know I can be calm in the moment. I don't get excited. I'm a cool killer in the ring, and he's going to try run, and I'm just going to catch him. And if he wants to try to stand there and fight, which sounds ludicrous, he's just going to get knocked out, innit?
Aloys, you've been kept very active. You know, you're moving along, you're progressing, you're growing all the time. I said to you actually last Saturday, I said, like, there was a lot of thought process. The boxing IQ looks a lot better there. You weren't just going in looking for that knockout. You're moulding into a great fighter now, as well as a big puncher. You know, that's testament to you and the way that you work in the gym. You're moving forward. You know, tell me where you would like to be in the next, 6 to 12 months. Where do you see it?
Again, it's step by step, right? Like I don't even look a few 6 months or even a year. I just look at next fight. Like, what's there next fight? What's the opportunities there? And does this fight make sense? You know what I mean? And because at the end of the day, it's all for my development. I'm only 22 years old, and I have a lot more developing to go, but I definitely smoke Vidal.
You're getting the old taste of these big shows now. You're sort of letting yourself be heard on these shows as well. I think you're doing a great job of that. You're very charismatic. You like that little Saudi Arabia vibe? You like going over there? You fancy a little bit of that?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get paid.
You get paid, but you got to have the big fights.
Absolutely, and I'm down for that. Like I live for these moments. My name Aloys means famous warrior, and this is what I've been bred to do. I'm born and bred for fighting. All my life I fight, bro. I fight. When I play games, I fight. When I play chess, I fight. You know what I mean? Like, this is all I live for.
Listen, mate, we've seen you punching that punch ball in talkSPORT. Trust me, hardest hitter out there. Look, let's finish this one on this. Frank Warren said, you will be a world champion. Frank Warren knows his fighters. He said, mark my words, this kid goes on. He don't just win British, Commonwealth, European, he wins world titles. Strong words.
Absolutely, man. Like, as I said before, like, I've always believed in myself, but thankfully the people around me are starting to believe in me too. They see the progression, and obviously with the progression they can see the trajectory, and I am destined for greatness. I'm destined to be a world champion, like, no matter what. Like, if I die and I don't become a world champion, I'm gonna come back from the death and then can be a world champion. You know what I mean?
Listen, this guy can talk, he can fight as well. Make sure you follow it, Aloys Junior. Aloys, before we let you go, mate, got to ask you, top of the bill here, Portman Road, Saturday. Justice Hooney goes in against local guy Fabio Wardley. Who wins and how?
Oh, Wardley by knockout.
There you go, Wardley by knockout. Thank you very much, my
Thank you very
friend.
much. Appreciate
Nice crown as well.
Always. Vidal called it the Burger King hat, but he's never seen a crown before, so he doesn't know.
Right, guys, we've got another great guest now, Lillie Winch. She's 4-0 as a professional, fighting on Saturday night as well. What a great opportunity for you, by the way. Portman Road, I mean, don't get better, does it?
No, it's massive. This time last year, I was getting ready for my debut. A year on, 4 fights, 4 wins, and my 5th one on a Queensbury show. Ipswich Town Football Club. Can't ask for more, really, can you?
No, absolutely. Listen, we got a lot in common. I didn't even know that. From the same area. From the same area. You actually had someone in your house that said that they knew me, but you can't remember the name.
I don't know what his name was, but he come fix the leak that happened. I was feeling, So
if that guy's listening, the guy that come to fix the leak, let me know. Listen, you sell a lot of tickets. Have you got a lot of people coming?
Yeah, we've not done bad, to be fair. We've got a big coach coming down, full of people, full of family.
All Enfield area?
Enfield and Loughton, because that's where my gym's based.
All right, nice.
So we've got a good group of people coming down.
Brilliant. So look, a great opportunity to showcase your skills and obviously put your name out there. Great platform for that.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, that means a lot, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I come from Enfield. I come from nothing. We just live in a 2-bedroom house, me and my mum and my sister, and that's it. To be here was just massive, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a great opportunity for you. Women's boxing right now is thriving in it. It's going from strength to strength. Katie Taylor, the real pioneer from that. But how did you get into boxing? Give us a little bit of background on that, where that started.
I got kicked out of school. I was an angry little kid.
Why does that not surprise me?
It's because I'm from Enfield.
Absolutely. Listen, I know it. I'm originally from Barnet and I moved to Potter's Bar, so it's just down the road. But no. So you got kicked out of school and you was guided into boxing. How did that work? And what amateur club you boxed for?
I boxed at the same gym. I didn't have that many amateurs. I only had 5. Only 1, 2.
You must be a Tottenham fan as well, right?
Tottenham fan,
Good girl. Nice, brilliant. Do you get to money games? Was you at the Eubank Ben fight, by the way?
Yeah.
You went there?
Yeah.
And what was that like?
Yeah, that was unreal.
So
when I was there, I was like, cool, bloody hell.
So you're going to be having a mini version of that, really, at Portman Road,
100%.
which is going to be, I mean, the atmosphere is going to be absolutely insane in there, isn't it?
It's going to be mental, really, isn't it? But I don't know.
Did you ever? Was it a pinch yourself moment for you? Like, you think you're fighting on these sort of small hall shows and whatnot, and then all of a sudden you get this opportunity and you go, that's what dreams are made of, right?
Yeah, 100%. When my manager called me, I didn't really know what to say, and he was on the other end of the phone. He was like, "You still there? You're all right?" I was like, "Yeah, just can't believe it."
So you're down here with your mum now, right? Listen, where would you like to see yourself, in the next 12 months or so? Because women's boxing, you progress a lot quicker. 4-0 now, looking to go 5-0 on Saturday night. Where would you like to see yourself in, say, 12 months? You're super featherweight, right?
Super featherweight,
So who's the target? Who's got the target on their back?
My coach likes to say Alicia Bumgarner.
Nice, I like that.
So, but yeah, we'll see what happens over the next few months. Obviously, I want to come for everything. I've come from nothing, and the goal is to be a world champion, maybe in 1 weight, maybe in 2, maybe in 3. But we don't know how far we are off that yet. But titles in the next 12 months are 100%, maybe the Commonwealth, and just roll from there.
You're a classic example of what boxing can do for young people. Do you know what I mean? I get that as well. You come from that background where you don't know where your life's going, where you find boxing, gives you that focus, that discipline, and all of a sudden you find yourself here. We really wish you the best of luck. Before you let you go, give us a prediction on the big fight. You've got Fabio Wardley, Justice Hooney. Who do you think wins it and how?
I think Fabio Wardley. I think if it goes a distance, I think he wins. Unanimously, he's a tough guy, tough fella, but I do think he knocked him out.
There you go, you heard it here first. Listen, best of luck on Saturday night, and we look forward to following your career.
Cheers, man, I appreciate it, thank you.
Cheers, well done. And we'll finish the podcast today with the star of the show, Mr. Fabio Wardley. Fabio, you just made me nervous then, mate, creeping up behind me like that. Put me on edge
For a big guy, I'm pretty sneaky. I can get about.
You are, mate, you are. Listen, we're in fight week now, press conference just been done there. Portman Road, that's what I want to talk about. Who would have thought, 10 years ago, when you dipped your toe into boxing, that you'd ever be topping a bill there, fighting there? It's a dream come true, right?
Yeah, look, it's a real special thing for me, for the town, for my career, of course. And there's so many thanks that I could put out to Frank and the team when I sat down with them for the first time. I was heavy on that. Was something I wanted to do, and none of this happens without the club as well. I've had such a fantastic relationship with them over the years, and it takes everything for them to get behind it and want this event to happen as well, and they were like that all the way through, so I can't thank them enough as well.
Jarrell Miller was the original opponent. That opponent then fell through. You get a new one in Justice Hooney. People may not know him. He's not known to the wider circle of people. But he's a dangerous guy, you know, strong amateur pedigree. We've talked about all of that. But unbeaten as a professional as well. A name that was put to you and you took straight away.
Yeah, and again, I'll give him his credit where he's due as well. He did the same. We put the fight to him, put the opportunity to him, and he said yes straight away. And that was a large factor as why we wanted to go with him, because obviously we're short on time. We wanted someone who was game, ready, who wasn't just turning up for the sake of it. He believed in himself and he's keen. So yeah, look, it's going to be a fantastic fight. He's a good fighter. He's got a lot of good attributes. He comes to fight as well, comes to put it on. So I wanted someone that was going to make it entertaining as well. I didn't want to just knock someone over. I've always said when I do the Portman Road fight, I don't want it to just be any old fight. I want it to be for a reason, and I want it to be entertaining.
He showed that he's got a lot of character. We saw against Kevin Lorena, he was hurt badly in the second round and in the 10th round as well, but he showed character that he could come through that, and that will have developed him, you know, as he moved on in his career into the fight that he is now. So this ain't like an easy pushover for you, by no means stretching the conversation, but you put your WBA #1 ranking on the line. He's the former WBO #1 ranked fighter. He's #7, I think, in the WBA as well. So a lot on the line here and a lot to lose for the loser, like, because there's a lot to gain for the winner with where the landscape is right now.
Yeah, look, don't get me wrong. There's a high risk, high reward going on here. I know a lot of people have been talking, especially from kind of the matchroom side, about it being a potential banana skin and a slip up for me, and maybe I've overreached and Frank's made the wrong decision. But we're extremely confident going into this. We understand what a good competitor Justice is, but we believe and we know that I'm better. So I'm the one to come out on the night. I'm putting a lot on the line for it, but I've got no problem in risking that because I believe in myself.
Like you say, putting a lot on the line, but there is a lot to gain. WBA interim title, that is. We've got the undisputed title fight going on in July the 19th. We don't know what's going to happen to the titles after that. They could fragment, but a question I wanted to ask you, because you know, some people say he's ready now, other people say no, give him another little couple of fights or whatever. Where do you feel like you want to go after this fight? You feel that you're ready for that next elite level?
Yeah, look, I feel I'm ready for it now. Whether the landscape falls like that and the opportunity is presented to me is a different question entirely. But I think once I tick off this, do it in style, do it in great fashion as well, I think that will announce me properly on the world level, on the world scene of being a proper contender for the throne.
Talk me through this, right? You're going to come out, Portman Road, where you go, support your team. It's going to be absolutely packed to the rafters with fans cheering for you. What's that moment like? Pinch yourself moment. Yeah,
I haven't really dipped into it too much in my head and thought about it too much.
Let me add another little bit to that then, right? You walk out, you do that, and all of a sudden we've got Ed Sheeran from Ipswich as well in the ring, singing you in. Is that an opportunity?
You've been chatting to the production team.
No,
do you know what's going on? Yeah? You got something you want to tell me? Because they haven't told me that bit, yeah?
I thought you were going to give me a little exclusive here. You know, would we expect to see him there, though? Was there sort of
Ed's a great guy. He's close to the club, and he loves his boxing as well, but I don't think he's available that night. I think he's off doing what he does, doing his thing. But maybe, you never know with him. He's quite a character, so he might just pop in and do his thing, and who knows.
Well, you know what? It's great to break the news to you, mate. Ed Sheeran. No, I don't know really. I don't know really. But look, Fabio, thanks for giving us your time, mate.
Pleasure.
Press conference done. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow at the weigh-in. And that's it from us, guys, here at the Fight Night Daily Podcast, live from the press conference. Catch us again tomorrow, live from the weigh-in. Till then, we'll see you later.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.